Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
In the open meetings that were for the public, and that they heard what we said, and they have decided to leave our South Point neighborhood here as a whole.
Good news tonight for one South Fargo family. Their kids will not have to change schools. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Bain. Mike and Stephanie have the evening off. Tim Boyd's family was very concerned they would be starting over with new kids, new schools, and new teachers after Fargo Public Schools proposed boundary changes. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has new information tonight, and he joins us now. Bradford?
Krista, last week we brought you the questions and concerns family had over proposed changes to school boundaries in Fargo. Those most affected were upset they would be going north instead of south, and vice versa. But just today, those plans were altered a bit.
Our area of the South Point neighborhood is staying as it currently is, which means that the kids will go to Davies and Discoveries from this neighborhood.
Which means Tim and his neighbors can breathe a sigh of relief. Under the first proposal, half of the neighborhood would be sent north to Carl Ben and South High School, and the other half south.
It's just a positive because it allows this area to continue to have that neighborhood community feel where we're not being split up by having children in the same neighborhood going to different schools.
Whereas Tim counts among the lucky, others are not. Here's where the current boundaries stand. And here's the updated map. Tim's neighborhood is right about here. They get to stay going to the same schools. These changes are not set in stone just yet. They will have to be voted on at the upcoming Fargo Public Schools Board of Education meeting on Tuesday night. For those not happy with these changes, that will be one last chance to voice any concerns. Krista?
All right, thank you, Bradford. For more on these proposed changes and updates, just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Well, some areas are seeing snow in the valley as we roll into spring this weekend. Let's get over to Hutch Johnson right away to see if we will be seeing real signs of spring soon. Hutch?
It looks like a little bit of a wait as we enjoyed the beginning of spring here in Fargo 15 minutes ago or so. Snowy weather along Highway 2 and points north is exiting the region. Now, there are slippery roads. We've had some troubles up north. Look where spring is. Have temperatures in the 70-degree range in central and southern South Dakota, but it's 40 degrees cooler up north. Oh my, north winds this evening, temperatures falling quickly through the 20s tonight, a cold night ahead, a cold first weekend of spring. And Krista, coming up, we'll talk about what could be a potential snowstorm for next week. I'll have the latest on that as well here in just a few minutes.
A Devils Lake man is arrested and charged with the murder of Ronald Foss in his home near Viking, Minnesota earlier this week. Ray Littlewolf was arrested in Devils Lake yesterday. He faces charges of second and third degree murder and one count of manslaughter. Ronald Foss's body was found inside his home Tuesday night. Authorities say Foss was beaten and stabbed to death, and a neighbor now tells us that Ronald Foss and Ray Littlewolf may have been in a relationship that went sour, leaving Foss dead with Littlewolf taking his pickup. The pickup was found out on the ice on Devils Lake near a public access. The pickup was still running, and the suspect had apparently tried to light it on fire in an effort to burn the evidence.
Found a residence that they thought he may be living at, and they just kind of waited around to see what they could find, and found information that he was staying there, and the arrest was made after that.
According to court records, Foss was seen with Littlewolf earlier in the day on Saturday in East Grand Forks before he was killed at his home that night. Authorities are still waiting for Littlewolf to be extradited for jail in Devils Lake to face charges in Marshall County. The domestic assault charge against the state superintendent of public instruction has been dismissed. Kirsten Baszler was accused of hitting her fiancé and leaving dried blood on his face. City Attorney Paul Frazee confirmed the dismissal and says the city could not prove the case. Frazee says the witnesses could not say whether or not any of the items thrown actually hit her fiancé. The trial scheduled for Monday has been canceled. The search for a missing Moorhead man was called off in early February, but now it's back on, at least to a certain degree. Cole Schwint is believed to have drowned in the Cheyenne River when his snowmobile broke through the ice in early December. Extensive search efforts to find his body to this point have been unsuccessful. West Fargo police Police Chief Mike Wrighton tells Valley News Live officers now are walking the riverbanks twice a day. He says they've not found anything yet. Wrighton also says once the ice is gone, a more sophisticated search will get underway. A big game coming up tonight for Bison Nation. NDSU men's basketball team taking on Gonzaga. The team is getting ready to play at the Key Arena in Seattle, and Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson shows us what Seattle is all about.
Well, we've got fresh seafood here, primarily fresh halibut.
So we've kind of heard that people sling and throw fish around. Do you do that?
Yeah, we throw fish around. Why not? Let's see if fish fly. Next order, king salmon, fillet at 2 sides. Nice.
Is that how it's done?
That's how it's done. Buy the fish, fly the fish.
You see it here, you're not going to stick gum underneath the table anymore.
Can we touch the wall at the same time together?
Absolutely not.
If I touch the wall, will you commentate for me?
You'll observe as she slowly makes her way. Oh my God, I can actually see the germs going to her fingers. We might have to have this hand actually amputated. Oh God, please don't put it in your mouth.
North Dakota State bison.
I believe that's we say bison, sir.
Oh, bison?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a South Dakota State jackrabbit. I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
So you know that NDSU beat South Dakota State to get to the NCAA tournament here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What'd you think of that game?
Well, it's kind of a bummer for me, but you know what? I got to give props to the Dakotas because now they're back in my hometown, and they're going to win, baby. Woo! Woo!
So you're definitely rooting for North Dakota State, you're saying?
Hell yeah, I'm rooting for North Dakota State. It's all about the Midwest and the cornfields, baby. Woo!
B-I-S-O-N.
Bison. Yeah.
Most of them say it bison. What do you think about that?
Bison, that's not how it's spelled at all.
Lots of fun out there. Coming up tonight in sports, Valley News Live sports director Beth Houle will tell us about the tournament and the big game coming up. New regulations on what you can and cannot pierce have been proposed in the Minnesota legislature. Coming up tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, find out what this means if you're looking to get body piercings. And looking for something to do this weekend, here's an idea. Check out the PRCA Rodeo at the Fargo Dome. There'll be a lot of pros in Fargo for the event. More than 200 are expected from across the country, and they are trying to qualify for nationals. The rodeo is an event that dates back to the 1700s and is one of America's first real sports. The rodeo starts at 7:30 tonight and tomorrow night. Ticket prices range from $8.50 to $35 and can be bought at the Fargo Dome box office. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the whole day. Later on Valley News Live at 6, which teacher was honored, we'll call it that, with several pies to the face?
A dash of snow exiting the valley as spring enters, but some unspring-like weather ahead. I'll have details of your weekend outlook coming up next.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.